It was 2003. Several of us rented studio space at Cutler Mills in Warren. We shared a lot of creative energy and talked about opening an art gallery together. The mill owner loved the idea and suggested a nice space that faced Child Street. It used to be a car dealership and had great light and sturdy walls. So we did it. We just did it. We got together and put in the work to transform the old dealership into a super gallery space. We created Imago, a cooperative gallery founded by artists for artists. In 2007, we became Imago Foundation for the Arts, and a year later moved into a new home on Market Street. From the very beginning, our mission has been to inspire, promote, and provide space for all forms of art, for artists and art lovers alike. 20 years later, we still paint, collage, and click the shutter button, but we also dance, sway, speak, and perform. We celebrate the creative impulse, we give it a home, and we welcome you here.
What do I find that makes me walk over to look more at that piece? What is it? Why am I feeling a connection? The strong emotion comes from some connection that someone's feeling, either positive or negative, with something. And a lot of people feel like, well, what is it? Say, well, you tell me what you're feeling when you look at this thing. And then we'll go from there.
So for me, I think it was really interesting to have conversations with people who say, I don't know anything about art, but people actually know a lot more than they think they do, and it becomes something where you're building a connection for someone that normally wouldn't have that accessibility of understanding or interest in painting.
I want people to find peace, to feel peace when they look at my work. There's so much chaos in the world. I think that we need a little bit of peace, and so that's pretty much my focus and just about everything I do, because my work is kind of meditative as it is. And if I meditate, I like to look at the landscape, or I like to look at the water. It's just something that I think not just to me, but it fills the soul.
And what's important to me, because the work is created from how things feel rather than how things look, it's very important to me that my viewer gets a sense of feeling from it. Like, they understand this familiar space, even though it's not defined in a accurate way, more expressive way. They feel familiar and they have a sense of feeling of the place. And it may jog a memory of their own that has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with the viewer and their connection to the art.
When I talk about the spirit of a piece, I think what I'm trying to describe is that you don't have a plan when you begin, and you have to really work through it by being sort of very spontaneous and taking a lot of risks, and you forget yourself, and it's almost like something else is doing the painting. You're not in thought, you're just acting. And I feel that everyone embodies an essence of this type. Is it otherworldly? I don't know. I feel it's connected to being human.
I really like doing photography because of the varying directions that it allows you to go. You could use your imagination. It allows you to see the world in different ways. It's another way that I could explore. The future, when you're doing photography, is very open-ended, and that's what makes it fun.
I think as an artist, I gravitated towards carving because it's constant problem solving. Every time I come in the studio, I have a different starting point and different issues that I have to deal with.
So cooking is like putting together different elements to create something good. And for me, painting is a bit the same, trying to do something interesting, something tasty.
That is what photography was all about, is looking and being able to see things that other people might just pass by and not notice, and possibly, if you're lucky, get that absolutely perfect moment. All things fall into place. And over the years, I've learned that that more than all the technical things that have come along, that the photographer's eye is still more important than anything else that he has.
As we get older, we have to deal with our spiritual and physical changes, and I'm trying to celebrate the obvious changes of the aging process. All of us, every single one of us, has something very special that we can celebrate about ourselves.
It's about reaching into the self and playing and creating. That allows you to grow as a person, or at least allows me to grow as a person, and therefore my art grows and becomes more mature as well.
I had no idea what I'm going to be doing next. Before the past few years, I was kind of stuck. I was doing the same stuff over and over again and changing it up a bit. I sort of took a hint from Dylan of reinventing myself, so I've been doing that a lot lately, and so I don't know what's going to happen next.
All I wanna do is to be with you. By your side at night keeps me warm. When the winter's long, you haven't lost your